Her twirl that baton, man.
She's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, I think that was one of those ad-lib moments where they were just goofing around and she just picked it up and she still had the twirl.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And
I mean, Stevie's always been a great twirler.
She's always had the twirl.
Yes.
Anyway, Fleetwood Mac, our lost oldie this morning, and there it is. It is 7:01. And time for the news brought to you this morning by Smith Discount Pharmacy, corner of 2nd and Chillicothe, across from the school, South Webster, Maine, and their newest location in Minford, serving you since 1925. Downtown, we've got 63, and once again, here's Bill.
Thank you, Steve, and good morning, everyone. In a follow-up to a story that we were the first to report yesterday, Sauter County Sheriff David Thurman said that his 911 communications center received a call over the weekend from an employee of a Dollar General store that's located in West Portsmouth. Now, the employee reported that he showed up for work and found that someone had broken into the business by shattering the front glass on the door. Upon the arrival of deputies and detectives, they observed a trail of blood as well as a trail of women's undergarments which had been stolen from the store. Now, Sheriff Thurman advised that the surveillance cameras inside the store showed a male subject wearing what appeared to be white underwear as well as a cape. The suspect had no other clothing or shoes on. He busted the front glass out, and then he walked straight to the female clothing section, grabbing several packs of panties and bras. The assailant then fled the store on foot. Now, detectives were able to recover evidence which has been sent away for testing. Meanwhile, for more than a decade, the Sauter County Land Realization Corporation has made major inroads by the demolition of dilapidated structures throughout our city and our county. Now, following another round of major funding, there are 41 more set to come down. The agency's director, Angie Malone, said the program helps revitalize our area.
To get rid of the blight in the area and the health issues from the squatters, the rats, and just different things.
The County Land Bank also works closely with the city's land utilization program with the goal to purposely acquire blighted properties in order to return them to productive use and improve the quality of life for both county and city residents. We now turn our attention to the east of us as a trooper from the Jackson Patrol Post attempted to initiate a traffic stop on US 35 in Jackson County for aggressive and dangerous driving. Now, that driver would not stop, and he led troopers on a lengthy chase on local county and township roads. Troopers ended the pursuit by performing a precision immobilization technique. During the chase, suspected illegal drugs were thrown from the vehicle that were later recovered by investigators. The driver was identified as 31-year-old Derek Blubaugh of Mechanicsburg. His passenger was 49-year-old Jermaine Carr of Dayton. He was also arrested on a felony warrant for robbery out of Franklin County. Now, nobody was injured in the incident, and the vehicles, including 2 patrol cars, sustained light damage. Both men are incarcerated in the Jackson County Jail. Now, the first art walk of this year is going to take place next Saturday. I spoke with Charlotte Gordon, artistic director of the Southern Ohio Museum and Cultural Center, about a great day coming in the city.
It's all going to happen out in front of the museum. It's going to run from 1 to 5, June 14th. And we're starting out, our first music act is an a cappella group. We're very excited to host them, the Daughters of Freedom. Their voices are incredibly beautiful, all local group. Followed by Love Disc with Tony McCrimmon on sax. We're going to have some published authors reading some excerpts in between the bands. We have more artists signed up this year than we've ever had before. So it's going to be a day filled with art and music and art making activities. Gallia Street will be closed between Gay Street and Chillicothe Street, and all of the stores and vendors will be open. So we're very excited. You're not going to want to miss this fun. It's going to be a really great day for Portsmouth with all the creatives out.
Meanwhile, also on the art scene, libraries across our state are pushing state lawmakers to keep their funding as it is currently. Bryn Caswell tells us more.
The proposed state budget would change how libraries are given money. So instead of getting a guaranteed amount from the General Revenue Fund, libraries would have to lobby for their money every budget season. Their biggest concern, the change would impact important services. At the State House Monday, the Columbus Metropolitan Library delivered postcards with notes from community members who wrote why libraries are important to them. The budget is expected to be finalized by the end of this month.
For Mix 99.3 News, I'm Bill Shope.
Well, Bill, the big holiday today is National Hug Your Cat Day.
Good deal.
Yeah. You showed me a picture. Now you have a cat in the family, not your immediate family,
No,
right?
I don't have one in my house, but
Yeah.
my son and future daughter-in-law just bought a Mancoon.
No, it looked more like a lion.
It's still in its kitten phase, so it's all cuddly and sweet and cute now, but yeah, Mancoons can get up to 60, 70 pounds.
Woo! Well, yeah, I've got a cat. Had it for, 8 years or so, and love the little creature. And it's a house cat.
Yeah.
And we kind of snuggle at times, but it's always on her terms.
As most cats are.
Yeah, I don't know if I just tried to pick her up and hug her, that, she would get the full emotional effect of what I was trying to do, or B, want it. So I don't know. Hugging your cat is just, you can pet him and you can play with him and, slap him around a little bit and, but it's just picking it up. And now you can do it with a dog.
Yeah, but dogs love it.
Dogs love to be
most
hugged.
do.
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
do.
But today it is a National Hug Your Cat Day, so I'll try. I'll do that. Now, of course, I did take care of her when it was National Give Your Cat a Bath Day. Do you remember me talking about that?
Yeah, you wore those bandages for a long time.
Yeah, and National Give Your Cat a Bath Day, and it went well. The only problem was getting the hair out of my tongue.
Son, you have an oblique sense of humor.
I know. All right. Thank you, Bill.
Yes, sir.
This update brought to you this morning by Smith Discount Pharmacy, corner of 2nd and Chillicothe, Medford, and South Webster.
In 1925, the first television image was transmitted, and a new car cost about $525. That same year, Smith's Pharmacy opened its doors to serve Portsmouth and the surrounding area. For over 100 years now and through 4 generations, Smith's Pharmacy has been helping the area get well with care and convenience. The first area pharmacy to offer computerized prescriptions and one of the first to provide free monthly med boxes. There's never a long wait. Drive-through convenience, free same-day delivery. Visit Smith's Pharmacies, Portsmouth, Medford, and South Webster.
And it is time now once again for Sports 708, and we've got Chuckster in the room here this morning with a brand new do. Man, it'll be months before you need to get another haircut.
Well, if barbers and stylists relied on people like me, they would probably go broke, because I know there are some dudes out there that visit the barber shop every 2-3 weeks. I'm more like every 2 or 3 months. So when I do it, I get my money's worth, and then I kind of roll for a while.
Yeah, but it's very very efficient for the summer months coming up. So I commend you on that. All right, and again, maybe we can throw it in anyway for the celebration of a Reds win. To tell you more about it, here is Chuck.
Yeah, the Reds doubled up on the Brewers 4-2 last night. Tyler Stevenson and Will Benson both went yard. Spencer Steer went 2 for 4 at the plate. TJ Friedel made a fantastic catch to end the game, robbing Milwaukee's Jake Bowers of what would have been a game-tying 2-run homer. Reds pitcher Graham Ashcraft was credited with the victory. Starter Hunter Green went the first 5 innings, giving up 2 runs off of 5 hits. Emilio Pagan logged his 15th save of the season. Boy, those save totals are really starting to mount up for Pagan. Good-looking numbers. The Reds and the Brewers will wrap up their 3-game series this afternoon. The rubber match will be day baseball, and you can hear the contest on Fox Sportsmouth, AM 1260 and 95.7 FM. Coverage will commence at 12:10, leading up to the 12:40 first pitch. Andrew Abbott will get the start today for Cincinnati. The Reds remain 4th in the NL Central, 9 games out. The Guardians fell at the Yankees 3-2 last night. Those two will meet again this evening at 7:05. Cleveland is presently 3rd in the American League Central standings, 6.5 games out. The Notre Dame Lady Titans softball team has made it to the state tournament for the first time in school history and will play in a state semifinal today at 5:30 in Akron. The Lady Titans have been regional runners-up the last 3 years and 4 times in team history, but this season, 4th-year head coach Shad Ford and his team have finally busted the door down and made it to the Final Four. Notre Dame has 3 seniors on this year's squad. Alayla Sword set a new school record this season with 16 home runs. The Lady Titans left yesterday and practiced in Akron last night. They will watch a couple of other games this morning before going to hit at a nearby facility and then getting ready for their game. You can hear the Notre Dame softball team play Covington today in a Division VII state semifinal live from Akron's Firestone Stadium on Fox Sportsmouth AM 1260 and 95.7 FM. You can hear those on the Local Happenings app as well. Coverage will begin at 5:15, leading up to the 5:30 first pitch. Notre Dame is one of 2 Scioto County softball teams playing in the state tournament in Akron this week. Wheelersburg is there in Division V. Coach Teresa Ruby's Lady Pirates will take on Oak Harbor tomorrow at 12:30 in a state semifinal. That game will likewise air on AM 1260 and 95.7 FM. 3 Scioto County baseball teams are alive and kicking and all playing in the Sweet 16 today in their respective divisions. Valley will take on Lynchburg Clay at 5 o'clock in Marietta today. The South Webster Jeeps and the Green Bobcats will both be playing at Ohio University in Athens. The Jeeps will take on Strasburg Franklin at 3 o'clock, and the Green Bobcats will play Newark Catholic today at OU at 6 o'clock. Yesterday, in a Division V regional semifinal baseball game, Ironton topped Fairfield Cincinnati Christian 11-5. The Fighting Tigers are moving on to the Elite Eight. A transgender athlete bested the competition this past weekend at the California High School Track and Field Championships to take home gold in the girls' high jump and the triple jump at a meet that has stirred controversy and drawn national attention. ESPN reports that A.B. Hernandez competed under a new rule change that might be the first of its kind nationally by a high school sports governing body. The California Interscholastic Federation announced a new policy earlier this week in response to Hernandez's success heading into the championships. Under the policy, the Federation allowed an additional student to compete and medal in the events where Hernandez qualified. The 2-day championship kicked off Friday in sweltering heat at a high school near Fresno. Temperatures reached the triple digits during Saturday's finals. The atmosphere was relatively quiet despite critics, including parents, conservative activists, and President Donald Trump, calling for Hernandez to be barred from competing. Some critics wore pink bracelets and T-shirts that read, "Save Girls Sports." And finally, former Minnesota Vikings defensive end Jim Marshall, one of the 4 members of the famed Purple People Eaters front that formed the backbone of 4 Super Bowl teams, passed away yesterday after a long hospitalization for an undisclosed illness. He was 87 years old. He was a native of Kentucky and played his college ball at Ohio State. Great player who played a streak of 282 consecutive games, which was a record that held up until Brett Favre broke it in 2010. But his biggest highlight, unfortunately, is probably one of the biggest lowlights in NFL history. You'll probably remember it when I do the call. He's running the wrong way. He recovered a fumble and thought he was going for a defensive touchdown, and in essence, he got turned around, went the wrong way, and wound up giving the other team a safety.
There you go. Yeah, but he was a great one.
He was a great one.
All right, thanks, Chuck, and we'll keep you posted. Got traffic weather on the way.
It's time to meet an athlete. Presented by Nancy Hawk, the Real Estate Gallery. Minford senior Bennett Kaiser helped guide the 2025 Southern Ohio Conference champion Falcons boys basketball team to the program's first ever Final Four appearance. The 6'6" high-flying Falcon forward thrilled the Minford faithful playing above the rim, throwing down one dunk after the other.
Alley-oop for Kaiser!
Kaiser will take his talents to NCAA Division II Nova Southeastern in Boca Raton, Florida.
It's just beautiful. Their rec center, you look out the windows, it's just palm trees. It's definitely going to be different, but I plan on coming back to Muletown after my 4 years, so go out and explore the world for a little bit, I guess.
Kaiser intends to major in exercise science and one day hopes to be a physical therapist. This has been Meet an Athlete, presented by Nancy Hawk, the Real Estate Gallery, with locations in both Wheelersburg and Portsmouth. For all of your real estate needs, call 574-9902, online at realestategallery.com.
And traffic, a service of your friends at the Scioto River, 1024 Gallia. Of course, they're going to be there with, of course, legendary steaks, chicken ribs, and more when they open up the doors today at 11. And again, like to acknowledge the procession we had yesterday on the road from Columbus to Portsmouth for Corporal Nathaniel Curtis as he was brought back to Daler's funeral home. It was very impressive, and thank you for everybody that turned out. We do have today some drag patching. It's going to be on Pine Creek Road. That's in Bloom Township. and the mowers are out again, trying to get the grass cut before the rain comes tomorrow. So if you see something we need to know about, give us a call at 354-1993. Traffic and service of your friends at the Scioto River, open 7 days a week.
Weather a service of Mary's Spirit Shop, where spring cleaning is going on now with the lowest prices on spirit shirts starting at just $5, plus a $10 clearance rack. Mary's is your complete headquarters for baseball and softball needs, plus boutique clothing at 50% off. Save now at Mary's Spirit Shop, 2109 Gallia Street in Portsmouth.
Your first alert forecast from WSAZ. Bright sunshine, a hot summery afternoon. Temperatures start off in the 60s but head toward 90 degrees on a loud cicada day. A warm evening turns into a mild night. Still dry, lows in the mid-60s. Mostly sunny and hot on Thursday, right through the 80s once more, and then looking for a few isolated storms to try to cool things down. I'm WSAZ News Channel 3 meteorologist Brandon Butcher on the Ohio Valley's hit music channel, Mix 99.3.
And downtown right now, got kind of a hazy start to the day. And it is right now 63 as we get up and go.